how to be happy and calm even in case of panic and chaos. Now, the quotes from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, shloka number 64. This particular shloka teaches best the equanimity of mind and advantages of non attachment while tackling the dualities of life and remain happy against all odds. Now, this shloka goes as follows. The self-controlled man moving among objects with his senses under restraint and free from both attraction and repulsion attains peace. In an unending race for material wealth and success in today's highly competitive world, man is so engaged in his material pursuit that he hardly has any time for self and family. His all energy is lost in coping up with the ever-changing dynamics of the world around and in managing to achieve the worldly objects which are unfortunately considered as the index of his success in life. While the truth is that even after achieving these worldly objects, the material wealth and so-called success in life, man still struggles to be happy. He may say for a moment that he won the race of life by achieving all that is yearned by majority of people, but deep inside the core of his heart, he cannot say it with confidence and cannot convince his own self that he actually is happy. He is truly happy in life and his present state of happiness is eternal. We try our best to achieve and then to retain what is achieved, while the external parameters of the cosmos, by the virtue of its uncertainty and ever-changing nature, tend to take away those things from us. This is an infallible law of cosmos. Whatever is there in this cosmos with which we are attached and are obsessed, surely tend to part away with us, whether today or tomorrow. This way, there is a continuous struggle between Jiva, that is man, and the Jagat, that is the cosmos, to keep moving with the wheels of life, coping up with its uncertainties, trying to retain whatever is near and dear to us. Life gives us everything in dualities. If there is pleasure, there has to be pain. If there is happiness, and then there has to be sorrow. The problem with us as human beings arises when on one hand we try to grab for pleasures and happiness and try our best to retain them. On the other hand, we try to be away from pain and sorrow. We welcome all positive things achieved in our life and give ourselves the credit of achieving the same. And on the contrary, we avoid all negative things and try to blame external situations, God, for them. While in this whole process, when we are fighting hard to keep the negative things away from us, we incur some unseen losses, which are maybe firstly we are overpowered with the fear of uncertainties and are unable to think about the further course of action out of our fear. Secondly, we lose the opportunity to accept the failures and take the learning from them. Thirdly, and most importantly, we are obsessed with our likings and could not digest even the thought of losing them. It increases our pain. So, with the virtue of our attachments, we become dependent on external situations, objects, and persons for our happiness, which are not in our control. Bhagavad Gita gives us the solution in the form of above mentioned verse, which asks us to believe, to become self-restrained and to train our minds to be independent of external factors for its happiness and peace. Mind is the cause of all miseries. It is our mind which decides our happiness and our sorrow. We should not allow our remote control getting into the hands of others and should develop equanimity of mind under all situations. Ability to look at every situation with a stable mind and to learn with every failure to live every moment in peace without getting affected by its dualities is the key to success and happiness.